like to welcome you to the band's part of our finale concert. We hope you enjoyed tonight's performance. The band's first selection was Kilkenny Brigade, which is an Irish-style march.
Next, we will be performing Mars by Gustav Holst of The Planets. For millennia, humans have looked to the night sky for inspiration. Among the thousands of stars, several luminous wonders inspired the imaginations of ancient civilizations. These planets represented more than simply an astronomical body, but rather they embodied an idea that conjured images of war, peace, joy, and mysticism. This is the realm of astrology, and it is in this realm that Gustav Holst drew his inspiration for his composition of The Planets.
Composed during the tumultuous times surrounding World War I, it would be easy to conclude that the work was simply a commentary on the war, but Holst began this work prior to the onset of hostilities in 1914. Holst set out to compose an astrological suite. Therefore, this work does not simply portray the celestial bodies themselves or even the Roman mythology for which they are named.
Mars' portion of the planets represents what is inhuman, aggressive, and very concrete. He began this work in 1914. The work would not be premiered in its entirety until September 29, 1918, during the final weeks of World War I.
Tonight, we have undertaken the monumental challenge of bringing the imagery of this cornerstone work of 20th century Western music portrays.
Our next selection is by John Williams from Star Wars series Duel of Fates. The music had its debut during the final lightsaber duel between Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Darth Maul in Star Wars Episode I, The Phantom Menace.
Everybody. Our next song is going to be United States Armed Forces Salute. This medley stands in testament to the defenders of freedom and liberty, past and present, at home and abroad, along with the hearts of a grateful nation. This will feature hymns, marches, and fight songs of the major U.S. Armed Service branches. For the Army, we will play The Army Goes Rolling Along. For the Marine Corps, we will play the Marines Hymn. For the United States Navy, we will play Anchors Aweigh. For the U.S. Air Force, we will play the U.S. Air Force song, and for the Coast Guard, we will play Semper Paratus. Veterans or those currently serving, please stand when your service song is played.
this time, I'd like to have the seniors come forward. The group that you see in front of us is a very talented senior class. They've done a lot behind the scenes as far as leadership goes that has helped me immensely, immensely. One of the things that we try to do here is to have a mentor program where the older teach the younger. And these guys have done really well. It's interesting in the rehearsal sometimes where we'll stop and they'll be commenting to their section, oh, we didn't do this, we gotta do this, this went really well. And that makes my job a lot easier. And I thank them for the leadership they have given the 4 years that they've been in high school, the dedication, the determination that they have had to be examples for the underclassmen and the middle school students to look up to. Even in the 5th and 6th grade, we've had them go down and talk with those kids, encouraging them to continue in band and look to what they could be. And so I want to thank them for all the dedication they have that I've known. Thank you. A tradition that we started a long time ago was to present a rose to each senior, again, and thanking them for all their efforts. This was not rehearsed, of course. Yeah.
Oh, it's for me. Oh, no, I'm laughing.
I'm not very good at talking to people, so I'll make this short. We have this concert every year when the seniors graduate, and this year is especially hard, especially losing Mr. Jessen. But I wanted to make sure the senior class knows that Mr. Jessen wasn't the only reason we are as good of musicians as we are. We had these amazing people as our role models, and we are all very thankful.
The leadership that these people have brought has been immense, and I just couldn't imagine a better group of role models. So each senior will get a gift. There's 4 parts. One of them is a blanket personalized for each senior. It has their name and it has the instrument that they play. There's just a small box of candy. There's a gift card for each senior. And there is a rubber duck for the 3 different songs they played for marching band. The duck has a cowboy hat for country roads. It has a chain for All Star, and it has sunglasses for Thriller.
so first up we have James Wakeland. He's a trombone. I just want to say thanks for stepping up as a senior. You know, you've really showed some leadership over the years. It was really nice to have you in the section. You've always been a great friend. So thank you.
I have Rachel Bryans. She was one of the first people I met coming into band, and she's been a great friend.
So this one's for Lewis, and if you notice, we also have a mute that we bought. It has his name on it. And Lewis has just always been kind of the comedian of the band. He kind of keeps us in order, but he also likes to get us out of order. He's been a great role model.
I have Caleb. I'd like to say a few words of thanks. Just thank you for your help with me in school. Thank you for your help in your band. It's very impressive what he was able to do this year, marching with a bass guitar. Actually, a few years in a row. He's the only one in band that could have pulled that off. And I'd like to say thank you for being the second best bass guitar in all jazz band. Because I can't really say this is the first one. I want to wish you luck at Iowa State studying biomedical engineering. And here you go.
Alright, so next I have Max. Max is another trombone with me. He's going to DSU, so I'd like to wish you all the luck there. You know, it was great to have you as a friend throughout high school, and I wish you all the luck in your future endeavors.
Next, I have Ollie. Always the life of the party, and I've known you since I was little, and saying goodbye is going to be hard.
This is Nick's, and if you notice, it is the only blanket that is not the same color as the rest, because Walmart had 10 black blankets, and we have 11 seniors, and I figured he'd be fine with it. So Nick has really kind of stepped into the leadership position that we really needed this year, and he has been one of the biggest role models I've ever had in my entire life, and I just wanted to say that.
Next, I have Maddie Bell. She's really fun to talk to.
Stella is our last trumpet, and she has the biggest heart of the entire band. She brings joy every time I see her. She puts a smile on my face, and she is just a delight to be around. I guess I'm up again. This is Jordan's. I've known Jordan for not quite as long as everyone else, well, personally, like on a deeper level. I kind of really got to know her last year, where we kind of went any marching band competition, any jazz band competition, we always went together wherever, anytime we had free time. And she has kind of also always been a role model. I've said that for everyone, but she is always there, and she really likes to help out.
Unfortunately, our last senior could not be here with us tonight. Her name is Mariah, and she has been a part of our marching band especially, but a part of band for 4 years and just really always determined. She persevered. She was always there when we scheduled extra drumline practices. Always somebody I could count on to show up and put in the hard work.
Lastly, I just Lewis out of the Ducks Week. Lastly, I just wanted to thank Mr. Jessen. I don't even know. Oh, there he is. Everywhere he's gone, jazz band, honor bands, or marching band, I've always been with him. Try not to cry. And he is just amazing. He's an example of what teachers should be like. He gives you the respect you give him. And even though he deserves all the respect in the world, he will take no respect at all. I wish you a very happy retirement.
Well, now that's really awkward because we still have more stuff to give out. So, well, as a senior class, man, we've been through the ringer with Jessen, and we've been through so much, just as a class and with Jessen as a band. We started out our high school career, our freshman year in 2020, and that was when everything was going crazy. I remember we had to play through like masks and our trumpets and our flutes and stuff, and I remember since then it's been, I mean, obviously it's been uphill, thankfully. But it's been a journey, and it's been a big learning curve getting to play in this band and play with someone as elite as Jessen, as elite as the band members you see behind me. And this opportunity we should not take it for granted. And I really appreciate all the seniors for all they've done, all the band for all they've done, and Mr. Jessen for all he's done. But before I keep on talking, before I cry, the seniors have some gift for Mr. Jessen. So I'm the one that hit them. I forgot that. That's pretty cool here. Yeah, as a tradition, the seniors usually get Mr. Jessen a gift and Mrs. Jessen a gift. So they're coming out. I'm really bad at stalling. I'm good at impromptu speeches, but I'm really bad at stalling, so I'm sorry. You good? Okay, so for our first gift, for Mrs. Jessen, we have these paper flowers, and the paper flowers have music notes on them. We always get her like a bouquet of flowers every year. We thought this year would be more special if she could have something that she can hang on to and that lasts longer. So we got her a bouquet of flowers that have notes on them, since she's been the backbone. And often when Mr. Jessen's cranky with us, she's the one that can calm him down. So she's been the backbone for our whole band.
So we got him a Hollywood's this is the star thingy, Hall of Fame thingy, because he's been amazing, and honestly, like in our eyes, he should have his own star in Hollywood. Like, there's no doubt about it. He's amazing. I'm gonna cry more if I keep talking, but yeah.
So, at the beginning of the year, me and another senior, Lord help me, I can't remember who, were discussing with Jessen. We said, for senior gifts, we always get him some sort of office supplies or some sort of decoration for his office, and Jessen sarcastically said, "Ooh, what about a cardboard cutout of you?" So, bring it out. No, you are not seeing double. This is simply a spitting image of myself. And God help you find a place to put it.
So that's all the gifts we have for Jessen. Again, I cannot express enough how tremendous he's been in our lives. Not only in this community, not just Dakota Valley, not just the band the last couple of years, I mean for how many years, and not just our class, but everybody, especially my life. Jessen has been a huge role model. And it's hard to see him leave this program. We know how much he's put into it. We know how honored and respected he is. And we know what kind of legacy he's leaving behind. And it's special to get to see this long career come to an end like this and to come out with a bang. For those who don't know, we placed, I think, 4 or 5 times first place in jazz band in a row this season. And not only that, but our ensemble competition in February that we had in Lenox, pretty much all of the band, I'd say over 90% of the band placed in superior ratings as a reflection of Mrs. and Mr. Jessen. And also in our marching season, we had a couple first places as well in our competitions. One of the biggest ones as well is Dakota Days, USD. So it's one thing to say like, oh, you know, we're gonna go out with a bang our last time, you know, our last season, but we really have gone out with a bang in this band. And, you know, it's just a great way for Jessen to end his career. So we just want to thank you all for being here tonight. Mr. Jessen, thank you so much for everything you've done for this band. We love you. We're going to miss you. And thank you for everything.
The juniors also wanted to get Mr. Jessen a very special gift. It's not here with us yet, but we had every person in the band write personalized letters thanking Mr. Jessen for how much he's done for us, and we made it into a book for him to keep.
It's hard to sum up over 40 years of teaching. I just know that I thank all those who took me under their wings when I was a young band director and helped me to take and to learn the craft of being a teacher and to be able to take and learn how to work with young kids. It's always been in my life to be focused on the kids. It's not me, it's not whatever I get out of it. It's always been about having the kids succeed, giving them opportunities to succeed, give them a chance to even fail and learn from failure. And that has been one of my main focuses in my career. Go back when I started teaching, I remember the first school I taught at, small school, 66 in high school. They had told me I had 34 in band. I thought, wow, 66, 34 in band? That was 512. Mrs. Jessen and I went to get our first apartment there. The landlord said, oh, you're the new band director. Hey, great. Can you do a favor for us? When you play the Star Spangled Banner or the school song, which is the Notre Dame Victory March, can you tell us what you're playing? And that's how the program started. It was quite the eye-opening, yes. The first day of band, we played B-flat. Everybody played their B-flat. We had a long ways to go. But I learned from that situation. I remember the first meeting with the kids. My one mentor, who I value so much, basically said, here's what to do. Tell them the rules, tell them. If you don't want to abide by them, there's the door. Leave, and then just be quiet. So I did that, and I'm sitting there all the time going, where am I going to work tomorrow, I wonder? But they didn't. They stayed, and we worked really hard. And that group had 5s at contest and 4s, and that year we had gotten a superior. And it was like we won the state basketball tournament. One of the kids comes running in the room, we got a superior, and the whole room emptied. Ran down the hallway, and they said, oh, wow, wait until they hear our concert band, we're better than that. So, yeah, that started it off there. You know, and I look at what I have had as far as students that have went on. Mrs. Jessen and I figure that we've had over 24, 25 plus students, former students of mine that are now band directors and in the education field. I think it's important to give the kids the opportunity to work with other kids. I like the mentor system where they can take and actually teach the younger kids. They can do a lot of mentoring there, and it builds a relationship. What you see before us is a family. I have not had any discipline problems or any problems with these kids in years because they respect each other, they help each other. There's some days that, you get in there a little grouchy, but otherwise, they are always ready to work. And they're very, very intelligent. The group that you sit before you right now has a cumulative grade point average of 3.6. The jazz band had a 3.8 grade point average. Some people ask, well, do smart kids just join band or does band make kids smart? I think it's a combination of both. They learn so much in band. We try to endeavor to teach them how to set goals. And when they don't reach that goal, to reset it, to work with other people, to be able to take and believe in themselves. There are stories upon stories that I have had from former students that have come back and have told me how what they learned in band has helped them in the real world. And I take that as my trophy. The trophies that we have, we'll probably won't remember how did we do at USD, but we'll remember those fond memories that we have making music together with that. And I want to thank the parents very much for allowing me the opportunity, and Mrs. Jessen, for allowing us the opportunity to work with your kids. They're wonderful kids. There's a bright future for them, and it starts at home with the parents, helping them, giving them encouragement, and hopefully that we have just reinforced what's going on in the home. I want to thank my wife. I think she's looking forward to the time I don't come home and start talking about band. My first couple of years of teaching, it was so stressful that I put myself in the hospital with an ulcer. It was the middle of a snowstorm, and we had to go to the hospital, and boy, that was quite the trip, wasn't it, Lori?
You can't go to the emergency room during normal business hours.
No, always have better times. To the students, I want to thank them for the effort and all endeavors. We are a family, and if there's anything you need, I'm there for you. Always remember that. No matter what happens. And now we're going to play our last song, Miss Jordan.
Alright, our last song is Exaltation by James Swearingen. It represents the composer's first attempt at writing for the school concert band. It was written in 1977 and is respectfully dedicated to Louis E. Marini, an associate professor. I couldn't get this word earlier. What? How do you pronounce that? Emeritus. At Bowling Green State University at Bowling Green, Ohio. In talking about his former mentor, James Swearingen stated he was an outstanding teacher and a friend to all his students. Even today, his teachings continue to serve as a source of inspiration. And it doesn't say it right here, but I'd say Mr. Jessen, Mrs. Jessen they're outstanding teachers and a friend to all of the students, all of us.